Okay, so it's very wet out here today. We have had a lot of rain overnight. There's a lot of water sitting over here in the paddock, or one of the paddocks, and all the big paddock out the back and everything's all full of water too. As you can see there, it's the startings of a small dam there. It runs all the way out through the paddock, and the driveway's got shit all over it. So I was going to grade it with the rider mower and a bit of reinforcing mesh. I normally pull over it and that fills up all the potholes, but it's a little bit too soft to do that, so I'll just fill up the potholes with a shovel. Fuck, that's a nice job. And anyway, then when we do that, we might as well get this engine running, seeing as I'm home for once after school, normally doing something somewhere. So we'll find some bolts and get that mounted and run. Alright, there's more water in here than there is in the Murray Darling, so I'll have to dig a few drains and get rid of it all. A few bigger puddles down there. There's ours way yonder, and there's Humpyville over there. So anyway, I'll fix this up. Okay, so we have to remove this boss here off this engine. Now to do that, if you have some sort of pulley, you can use that, and although you'll be there all day and you'll probably get nowhere and end up cutting it off anyway. Or you can try smashing it off with a hammer. Won't work, but you can try. You'll end up bending your crankshaft or splitting your bearing in there, because the force on the bearing will end up splitting it. Or you can do it the moderately easy way. Slit a slit down it like that with your angle grinder, being careful not to explode the wheel, because these things tend to grab because they're high tensile steel. So it doesn't matter if you do cut into the crankshaft, really, it doesn't matter at all. Try not to, but if you do, you know, you're not going to disable the engine in any way. So I'll set up the camera on something. A water tub will do. Then we'll cut it off. I think you can see that. Okay, so you don't necessarily need to go all the way through there, because you'll end up cutting the crankshaft. But what we want now is, my tools are in an awful mess. I have to clean them up now. I just frantically picked my toolbox up last night when it was filling up with water there, and threw it in the middle of the floor, put it thing over it. So now what I'll do is I'll just get the chisel in there into the cut and tap it open so it bridges it, and I should be able to then pull it off. But if I can't, then I'll have to maybe slit it some more and then sort of, you know, open it up. So there's your video camera. You can't see though. Turn that around, maybe you can now. Anyway, doesn't matter much. Alright, so that doesn't look like it's opening up much, or it's opening up a bit on the end, so I'll just recut it. I might cut it all the way through that face to make it a bit easier. The only problem with cutting all the way through this end is you'll end up hitting your aluminium casting here, but I'll do that anyway. Remember, safety glasses, your eyes are your biggest asset. Alright, so I just cut through there, and a few whacks later, loose she came. The camera works very handy, as you can see. and it had some sort of spring set up on there. I don't know what the hell that was about. Oh, will we get a keyway? Oh, well, that's good. Got another boss up here. So, trace cleaner, thread stud this side, so you slip that on there and tap it down. I don't know whether I'm about to do it one-handedly, we'll see. There. The key lined up, I think so. There we go. That's very nice. Although that seal there looks like it's rooted. I only just noticed that, otherwise I would have replaced it. And actually that boss looks a bit smaller than the others. The shaft looks a bit smaller. But I think that was actually a smaller shaft engine, that one anyway. I mean, that one was a bigger one. Oh well, we'll soon see if it fits. If it doesn't fit this base, it'll fit a Victor base, which you got plenty of. So there's the old one. Throw that in the scrap steel pile, or in there. Ready to go to the tip in there. So yeah, anyway, I've got some bolts, I'll just mount that engine up. See, I'm not lying here. You can see that's 18.5 inches. If the camera would focus, you could. There's 18. Well away from the base, whereas this one, if you look there, 18's on the outside. There's 18. So fuck them. I think originally that base had a completely different blade plate on it. It was cracked, so I threw it away. So fuck it. I might just have to take it off. Take this blade plate here. If this one doesn't fit, I'll get the blades. I've got some new blades. I'll just sit them on top of each other and cut them down so they're equal. I won't show you how to do it because it's actually quite dangerous. If you get them unequal, then you get vibrations and you can end up with them flying to pieces. So I won't show you how to cut down blades just yet. So anyway, we'll get this fucker going one way or another. Alright. Okay, so after all that shit I had to go through, bloody jumping hoops, trying to find a blade plate that fitted it, because it's a fucked up metric size of some description. I finally got one that does fit. So I did prime it up before, but we'll just give it one more squirt and we'll see if it goes at that. Spark plug, we'll put the thing back on. Will always help. Alright, that thing's purring away.